What's up, y'all? It's your girl QueensteezTV, and I am back with another story. So y'all know somebody is always trying me at work. So this story actually happened a bit more recently, and you know, I'm just kind of like coming to grips with it. I just kind of sort of let it go. But if you guys want to hear the rest of this story, make sure you stick around, because my nerves. Okay. Alright guys, so let me get straight into this. And I feel like y'all probably already know what this story is going to be about. But, I mean, just stay tuned. Just, you know, buckle your seatbelts, because people in the workplace just always is just out of order, out of line. You know, just always saying something they don't have no business saying to people, right? So, like I was saying, this actually took place more recently. So this happened around the time of, like, I think it was George Floyd. So, you know, people was out protesting and doing that thing, what they have a right to do. People have a right to go march, protest about whatever they want to. Like, that's their business, right? So, y'all, this day comes. So I'm at work. Go to work, of course, like I told y'all, I used to work 12-hour shifts, so it would be from 7A to 7P. So I come in at 7A. Mind you, everything is smooth. Everything is going cool throughout the day. So going towards the end of the day, I had like went to the back of my job to talk to one of my other coworkers. So I might have been back there for like, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes or so, because it was the end of the day. All our work was pretty much done. We were just having a conversation. So I'm gonna call these two girls, Haley and Kaylee. Yeah, Haley and Kaylee. So Haley was the charge nurse, and Kaylee is just always in somebody's business. So both of them were at the front, and like I told y'all, I was in the back doing my thing, talking to my coworker. So once I get done talking to my coworker, I'm like, all right, girl, let me go back up the front. I'm like, you know, so I can get the rest of my little stuff that I need to do, so I can prepare for report to give to the next shift so I can go home. So, y'all, I walk to the front, and literally, as soon as I sit down, and like, well, first of all, as I'm coming around the corner, you can tell when somebody's talking about you. So, of course, I go sit down and everything all of a sudden gets silent. I'm like, y'all were just having a good conversation, and I come up, so y'all quiet. So y'all, I'm literally sitting at the desk. I'm like, because I know something is up. I know y'all was just talking about me, because it was, you know, just that damn obvious. So I like counting like 10, 9, because let me see how long it's going to take y'all to say whatever y'all had to say, right? So mind you, all this stuff is going on outside. I'm inside. So I'm sitting there, so Haley is like, can I ask you a question? So I was like, yeah, what's up? She's like, do you know what time the riots start outside? I was like, what you just say to me? So her butt buddy Kaylee is like, I mean, we're just asking for a night shift. I was like, yeah, but what you asked me? She was like, do you know what time the riots are going to be starting outside? You know, I'm just trying to think about it for traffic purposes. Because I had to gather myself from what I was about to say. So I was like, number one, there are no riots going on outside. I said, and number two, how would I know when the protests start if I've been in here the same as you've been all day? So she was like, I mean, I just figured you knew what was going on. So I was like, how did you figure that, again, I knew what's going on outside if I've been in the building all day the same as you? So she was like, I mean, I didn't mean anything bad. I was like, but again, I'm the only African American person up here. So did you ask Susan what time the riot start? Did you ask Jim what time the riot start? I said, you two, I said, came up with your little plan. I said, of course, when I walked up here, y'all got quiet. I said, I figured you two were up to something. I said, but this, I never thought that it would come from out your mouth. But I said, furthermore, no, I don't know what time anything starts. And if I did, it wouldn't be none of your business. I said, so guess what? Good luck getting home. So I got my stuff because I said, let me remove myself. I went to the back. Let me write this good old email. But these two individuals, Haley and Kaylee, were cool with the managers. So guess what? Like I told them, I've been working here for a very long time. I know a lot of people in a lot of high places. I ain't going to the manager. Let me go ahead, bypass that, and let me send this to the president of the hospital, who I know personally. And also let me send it to human resources, because I think they need to be aware of this. Boop, 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 boop. Sent them a nice email. So of course I sent an email. I ain't say nothing else to them. The days following, I just went to work. I ain't say nothing to nobody. Did my job. Left. So the manager sees me in the home and she's like, you think me and you can have a conversation? I said, absolutely, we sure can have a conversation. Sure, when would you like to talk? So she's like, I mean, if you have a few minutes. I said, okay, sure, I'm on my way. So I go with the manager to her office. Let's call her Sharon. Okay, so I go in Sharon's office. So I sit down. I say, yes, what would you like to discuss? So she's like, I want to discuss that email and how it went right to HR. I said, absolutely, sure. Yes, I did send the email. I said, is there anything in the email specifically that you would like to discuss? So she says, well, I mean, I just don't think that Haley or Kaylee would say anything like that. I said, excuse me? She was like, yeah, I mean, that's just like not like them for them to say something like that. I was like, okay. I said, so are you telling me that what I detailed in the email about what happened to me is not true? She's like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's just not the... I said, again, so are you saying to me that they did not say that? Event, I said, remind that you were not present for. So are you telling me that what I put in the email is untrue? She was like, I was like, please say no more. I got up because at that point, that's in the conversation. Like, you're not going to tell me what I'm saying happened didn't happen because that's something that they wouldn't do. You don't know what they would do. You don't know what people do outside of your presence. And that's why I always say I don't vouch for nobody because I don't know what nobody do outside of my presence. So I told her, I said, cool. All I did was just prompt another email. Boom. Manager pulled me up for this. Manager told me that, you know, these events did not occur because that's not like them to say that. Oh, let me send that over to you. Let me send that over to you. Okay, cool. So I said, you know what? I need me a couple days off. So I'm on my off days. I'm chilling. Yo, Total disbelief. So I come back to work. So I'm leaving out of the lunchroom. So Sharon comes like, hey, do you think me, you and Haley can talk? I said, absolutely. I said, what about Kaylee? She was like, no. So Kaylee's, she's gonna stay in her room. I said, okay. I said, well, the incident contained both of them. So why aren't both of them coming? But I said, okay. I said, cool. You just want me, you and Haley to go have a meeting? Fine. So I put my lunch bag down, right? So we come back. We go into Sharon's office. So how the office setup is, it's a big square table. And then her desk is on the other side. So we are sitting at the square table, like, I guess meeting style. So I'm on one side, Haley on the other side, and Sharon is like at the head of the table. So as soon as I go and I sit down, because I'm like, because what's the explanation? Before I can even say anything, Haley starts boo-hooing like she bursts into tears. Like somebody had just told her that a close family member had died. Like, she was just like, I mean, like, hysterically crying. So I'm like, what are you, in my head, I'm just like, what are you crying for? So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I cannot deal with these Caucasian tears. They don't move me, sis. So as I'm looking at her in total disbelief, because I'm just trying to figure out, what are you crying about? I should be crying. So I'm peeking over, and Sharon is welling up with tears. So they're looking at each other crying. And I'm just sitting here waiting for it to end. I'm just like, what? So y'all, I told her, I said, okay. I said, when the both of you are finished crying, we can begin the meeting. And I sat back, because I can wait all day. So when y'all finish crying, I'll be ready. So Haley's like, she's like, I just didn't mean anything like that. I didn't mean it. I was like, I said, that would kind of be believable. I said, however, I said, I'm a type of person, I like to deal in fact. I said, okay. I said, so I'm going to walk you back through the scenario and you stop me when I say something incorrect. I said, I came around the corner. You and Kaylee were having a conversation. When you see me, it stopped. I said, so anytime something like that happens, usually, more times than not, that you are being talked about, or it's something that you were discussing that you did not want me to hear. I said, would that be accurate? She's like, yes, sometimes, but... So I said, okay, stop. Let me stop you. I said, I then sat down, started gathering my paperwork. I said, and you asked me, did I know what time the riots were starting? Do you recall that? Yes, but I didn't. Let me stop you. I didn't ask what you mean. Do you recall that? Yes or no would suffice. Yes, I did say that. Okay. After you asked me that, I asked you, what did you just say to me? I said, and your friend, Kaylee, who is not present. I said, for whatever reason, I said, I don't know if you said I'll take the blame for this. I said, but your friend who's not present then said to me, oh, we're asking for night shift or for night shift purposes driving in. I then asked you again, and you repeated what you said to me. Does that sound accurate? But I was just trying to find out for... Let me stop you. I said, okay. You asked once. You said it once. I said, I asked you again just to see if you will repeat it. Because if you will repeat it to me, that means that you knew what you were asking and that you meant what you were asking. Don't play them games with me. You meant what you said. I said, and I would appreciate it more if you would have just said, you know, yeah, I said it. Instead of, I didn't mean it. I said, and crying and all this stuff. I said, that's not what I'm about. At all. I told her, I said, listen, I've been working here since I was 18 years old. I've worked emergency services. I've worked trauma. And now I'm working ICU. I said, never in my professional career has anyone ever said anything like that to me. So Sharon is like, yes, you know, we don't tolerate things like that here. You know, that's just not tolerated on the unit. I said, okay. I said, well, let me stop you. I said, since it's not tolerated. I said, do you recall when you put me in the office initially to ask me what happened? When I told you what happened after you've already read it in the email, you told me that that's not something that they would say. That's not like them. So that is tolerating it. You are tolerating it. And you're inviting it. That's just like telling a victim or something, oh, that didn't happen to you because such and such, that, oh, they wouldn't do that to you. You don't know what somebody did. And if I say that somebody did something to me, said something to me, that's what it is. Y'all know my blood in the inside was boiling. But I was like, you know what? Anytime you're dealing with people in the workplace, just deal in fact. Keep your emotions out of it. Just deal in fact. That's why I had to like tell her, you invite this energy. What type of leadership is that? Like I told her, y'all supposed to be in leadership positions. And every single one of them is in a leadership position. Meaning, y'all are teaching people. You're going to have to teach people of all different races, creeds, religion, and all this stuff. And like I told them, when I walk in this building, my race don't matter. My religion don't matter just as well as yours don't matter. I'm here to do a job. And that's what I come here for, to do my job and to leave. And get a paycheck every 2 weeks on Friday. I said, I don't come to y'all and ask what y'all do for y'all extracurricular activities. I said, you ain't seen me coming here mentioning nothing about a protest. You didn't see me advertising anything about a protest. I said, how do you even know if I knew what was going on? And again, I came in a building the same time you did. How do I know what's going on outside? Like I said, if something happened in this building, I look at everybody on this unit, we're a family. The same way, I wouldn't let nobody get in y'all face. I wouldn't let nobody harm y'all. And I would assume that the same would be done to me. Because in all actuality, I spend most of my time here than I do at home. And that's when it comes for people that try to make people miserable in the workplace. Like, you spend most of your time at work, more time at work than you do at home. So, y'all, as this meeting progressed, I could already see that, like, it really wasn't getting nowhere because they wasn't, you know, admitting what happened. So, I was just like, you know what? I was so over. I said, look, I'm not mad with you. I'm not upset with you. I said, however, I do know moving forward how to deal with you. It was already on a work by work basis, but now if you don't need nothing from me and I don't need nothing from you, that's the end of conversation. So she's like, no, I really like you. And I was like, you don't have to like me. I said, just watch your mouth. That's the one end of two. Watch your mouth. So she's like, I know, can I just like have a hug? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is a test from the Lord. I said, sure, honey. I don't mind giving you a hug. So I give her a hug, y'all. So she like breaks down, like breaks down. I was like, it's okay. I said, you don't have to cry. I said, this is nothing. You don't have to cry about it. It's nothing for you to cry about. I said, but take this as a lesson. Let it be a lesson learned to you. So I left out, and I guess they were still in there crying. I don't know what happened. I really didn't care what happened. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, head dust. So a few weeks go by. I'm minding my business. I'm at the front station. I was printing off some stuff from off the computer, right? So it was a group of them. So Haley was like on one side of the counter. Her friend Terry was sitting there, and it was another girl. I don't know who it was, because I really wasn't paying them no mind. I was literally printing stuff off of the computer. So as I'm standing up, printing the stuff that I need off of this computer, Terry is like, oh, don't say that too loud, because, you know, people around here say that you racist and go tell the manager on you. So I was like, y'all know my head did the exorcist turn. I'm like, so I turned around. I said, excuse me. So I was looking at Haley dead in her eyes, because remind you, nobody was in this meeting but me, Haley, and the manager. Meaning that what was discussed in the meeting should not have been discussed with anyone else, and especially Terry, which Terry don't even work with us. So when she said that, I was like, let me tell you something. I said, if anybody needs to address me as a woman. I said, say what you need to say in my face and address me by my name. I said, furthermore, bitches is racist. So y'all, Haley was like, she was so red in the face that, like, I know she could have just melted and disappeared. But I said, you know what? You want to keep at it? Let me send another Holly Jolly email. And that right there is what let me know that those little crocodile tears, you were just doing that to perform and put on the show. That's why I told her, listen, very few and far between do I accept apologies from adults. Because you know what you're doing. And you are very aware of what you were doing and what you were saying. And in the words of the great Funky Dineva, say what you mean what you say, and stand firm in your word while you walking in your talk. That right there let me know that you was not sorry at all. If as soon as you left, you went calling one of your homegirls, running your mouth. And while I was saying that, like I told her, you was the one in there crying. Did you tell her that? That she was in there crying? Pretending that you were sorry? Sis, keep it cute. So y'all, that's it for that story, because I'm getting worked up about it just thinking about it, because I be able to see her every now and then, and Lord have mercy. So y'all, drop in the comments if y'all ever experienced anything like that, or let me know what y'all would have done, if I should have did anything differently. I don't, some of my followers already know y'all knuckle you buck, but y'all know I was at work, so I wasn't on that type of time. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of the video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn that notification bell on so that you are notified every time I drop a video. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.